All right. I dreamed a little bit. Nobody came in. So I was like, all right, today I'm just streaming for 30 minutes because if you have a low following, it will get hard to get like Twitch followers from that. So not a lot of people are watching. Only like one or two, maybe three. The most was six. But yeah, I would appreciate the follow, and it would just get better. I'm just at the start of it all, but yeah. Um, this is now the sixth part, bro. Sixth part. Let's go.
Also an eternal struggle between myself and my wife.
Wait, what
But
happened right there? Alright.
anyway, the so
Wait.
I and also there are some times where we need like control. I'm serious. So I mean, what I think about that's my perfectionism. That amount of self reflectiveness, I think, is
Wait a
his
second.
solutions may apply. Like if you, I don't know what kind of games you play, but if you have a particular start, then there's like a particular strategy that's like optimized for winning.
Yeah.
And so I think that the other thing is you're very self-reflective. I don't know if you've done therapy or other kinds of activities where you kind of do this kind of stuff, but your ability to catch your thoughts and notice what you're doing. For example, when you said, I don't know if that's like me just making excuses for myself that I want to do this in person and I want it to be perfection. Maybe that's my perfectionism. That amount of self-reflectiveness, I think, is very helpful for a particular kind of spiritual growth, which is the kind that I like, which is not so much about God or devotion or anything like that. It's really about understanding like how you work. It's actually a system of engineering. It's not like religion. I'm serious. So I mean, what I think about it as is like mechanisms of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And in your case, you have a particular thing called a samskar. A samskar is like sort of a ball of undigested emotion or like a background program that's kind of running in your mind that flagellates you for not being good enough, that drives you forward. But at the same time, it's just like a process that's running on its own. And like, processes that are running on their own can be like good for our computer, but then also there are some times where we need like control alt delete and like end task. And I don't know if you're
Yeah.
a
Okay.
filthy Mac user, but
I'm back,
uh,
bro. Dang
Oh
it.
okay,
no.
thank God.
Filthy
Disgusting.
Mac users,
Um,
man. These filthy
Also an
Mac
eternal struggle
users.
between myself and my wife.
Nah,
But
just kidding.
anyway, the so I think you've got this thing, right? And I think you're able to see it, like you're able to see the
Wait,
should
wait, 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 wait.
struggle between
Disgusting.
um, also an eternal struggle between myself and my wife. Um,
Bro. Bro, are you basically telling us that you have an eternal struggle between yourself and your wife because of Windows and MacBook? Oh my God, this dude, bro, this dude is like, bro, like he is really a character. Like at that age, in that video, he is like 38, bro. But bro, you should be an adult, both of y'all, and y'all are like having arguments, or always, like the struggle, and always like saying Windows is better. No, iOS is better. Windows, iOS, Windows, iOS, like little children, bro. Like there's no way. There's no way, bro. An eternal struggle. That sounds devastating. That sounds really, really bad. You know what I mean? I used Windows most of my life, but then I used MacBook, and I'm not going to lie, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, to be honest. But it is, I could say, like limited. But it feels more secure, but I don't know if it's really is.
but anyway, the so I think you've got this thing, right? And I think you're able to see it, like you're able to see the should,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's good. And I would just recommend that you continue pursuing spirituality in like a pretty concrete way because that's what you like to do, um, and really kind of focus on this stuff because I think you'll get a lot of yield out of it. Um, but in terms
My God, like, First of all, you you say meditation, right? But this is so general, like there are a lot of different kind of meditation nowadays. So it should be specific, like how do you meditate? For example, how do I meditate? I don't meditate as in of just like sitting straight up like that and just listening to music, meditation music and breathing exercises or laying down. Most of the times I'm laying down. I'm not doing that anymore. I could start it again, but what I do is like there's another kind of meditation which is like not just be conscious when you meditate. Like it's meditation should not be just a thing you do like for 1 hour, 2 hours, and that's it. Like when you feel like it. It should be something that you do all the time. What I mean by that is to be conscious of your breathing all the time, to be conscious of the thoughts that are coming in and out, to be conscious the way you walk, to be conscious in the way you eat, to be conscious in the way you speak with a person, to be conscious if somebody is like maybe trying to attack you in mentally wise, and see if there is still maybe a reaction. Do you still react to that, or it's like just observation and it's then done, no reaction and stuff like that. So you basically try to be conscious, observant, meditating for 24/7. Yes, it's 24/7. To be honest, I'm not being conscious for 24/7. Nah, nah. I mean, for example, you can't even be conscious if you play games. You are conscious that you are basically just playing a mobile game, and it's that, you can be conscious about everything, like be conscious that you are drinking alcohol right now. Be conscious that you smoke weed right now. Be conscious about a lot of things. You can be conscious about everything, basically.
Terms of, should it be done better in person? I think, yeah. Like, I think, could you be avoiding? Absolutely. But I think it also, being able to hug, recommend that you continue pursuing spirituality in like a pretty concrete way, because that's what you like to do. And really kind of focus on this stuff, because I think you'll get a lot of yield out of it. Um,
Oh my God, bro, it's not getting yield out of meditation. That the thing. If you think that like, oh, meditation will get me something, it will bring happiness, or I will have a vision or something like that. If you go meditate and have like a goal, you won't get that, because some things you will never be able to see through the eyes of the ego, let's call it that way. But if the ego drops completely, and it's not like you don't chase anything, it's like just like you just meditate, 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 meditate every day. I did it every day, like 3 months, every day, multiple times, breathing exercises, multiple times, cold showers, everything I did. I did everything. And first of all, first I chased a few things like hallucinations, stuff like that. And then I saw, oh, you should not supposed to chase anything, because if you try to chase that, like hallucination, they they came, but it felt like, oh my God, that's crazy. But it was still a product of the mind, of thought, like it was just an image, an old image that you already knew about, like for example, a dragon, a pyramid, and etc. That's what I saw. But it's not the real thing, like something new. And then I got to meditate and basically found something new which I never had experienced in my life, I feel like, ever. And that is what I call energy creation, God, sacredness, holiness, whatever you want to call it. And basically, since then, it's like, damn, like, I, well, I had like a really crazy crypto. I was on a really crazy crypto ride, which was mentally really, really bad for me, which then I had to stop. And now I am feeling better again. Like I knew that it will had an impact on my mental health, but I was like, damn, I need like to get the money quick, but it was like really bad to do that, all that. So, yeah, it's not about the money, or it's not about yielding, get the yield out of meditation and stuff like that. You shouldn't see that way. You should be just like, oh, I feel good if I meditate. I would just keep doing it. I would just be more conscious and more conscious and, all these things.
But in terms of, should it be done better in person? I think, yeah. Like, I think, could you be avoiding? Absolutely. But I think it also, being able to hug, I don't know if you hug your parents, but,
Of course.
should it be done better in person? Um, but in terms of, should it be done better in person? I think, yeah. Like, I think, could you be avoiding? Absolutely. But I think it also,
What do you mean with avoiding? You should never avoid. You should never avoid when it comes to like the mental stuff. You should never avoid any thought and stuff like that. You should confront it basically by observing it, and then it's like it will vanish.
so, being able to hug, I don't know if you hug your parents, but,
Of course.
I mean, some brown people don't, right? Some Asian people don't.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Wait a minute. I just realized my father hugged me more than my mother did. Like, even if I'm like that old, like my mother most of the times didn't really hug me, but my father is hugging me like almost every day because, of course, I was not in his life and he was not in my life for a long, long time. Like, over, bro, like that's over a decade already, like 17, 18 years. He didn't see me every day. Like he didn't see me like almost at all. And now I'm like in his life again. And I think that's why also like he, I mean, I don't know for sure, but it looks like he's happy, that I am right here with him right now. And but he shows love also with to his other kids, like always saying good night and hugging them, showing love. But it's like it's a little bit too loose sometimes. He's too soft, too soft. People sadly they get used, and he gets used. But I've told him, like, if you not say anything like ever, you like people use you, because we are living in a time like that.
um, yeah. So, like, I, for example, my parents never kissed me.
Hmm.
Like, it's weird. Like I had to, like when I was 18 or 19, I was like, I'm going to start kissing my mom on the head because I
Oh.
didn't know what to do. And now I'm all about the kissing with my kids.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, So I think that, you know, physical distance may actually be important, and you just have to decide, like, this is also where I think you're trying to set up the perfect conversation, which now that's a problem, right? Because like you shouldn't let perfect get in the way of like starting a conversation.
Just doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you want to do it, but that too is like karma. So this is so I think that, you know, physical distance may actually be important, and you just have to decide, like, this is also where I think you're trying to set up the perfect conversation, which now that's a problem, right? Because like you shouldn't let perfect get in the way of like starting a conversation.
Just doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you want to do it, but that too is like karma. So this is your karma. So I didn't even explain what karma is, but you know, karma is kind of your circumstances is one way to think about it. And the way that I think about it is it's really just the principle of cause and effect. So like, you know, if I um so if I walk into a bathroom that's flooded, that is a circumstance, but at the same time, if I turn my bathtub on and, you know, put the stopper in and let it fill up and overflow, like that circumstance is created by something that I did. So now your karma, like COVID is part of your karma because it's a circumstance. It's something in the external environment. It's not something that you control. And at the same time, like karma is kind of tricky because it's sort of like you can shape your environment over time. So you do control your environment to a certain degree, but you also don't control your environment to a certain degree. And for you to think a little bit about like right now, so you can't have that conversation during COVID. So maybe there's some kind of, so now do you want to have it or are you not going to have it?
Yeah, I'm really unsure.
Yeah. So I think about it. How are we doing in terms of untangling, by the way?
I think good. I'm crying a bit less, so I want to assume good. But in general, I mean, going into this conversation has, again, being reflective. I feel like most of my life, I've been so busy being grateful for my parents and the fact that they've, for the most part, been like very loving and supportive that I would have never even thought that anything in regards to my relationship with them would be unhealthy. I guess I just put it upon myself relationship with
Wait,
that I would have never even thought that anything in regards to my relationship with them would be unhealthy. I guess I just put it upon myself to just uh, deal with the quirks. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
So it's nice to, I guess, delve into that.
Yeah. I mean, so dealing with the quirks is interacting with an NPC.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, kind of.
Like you accept them as who they are. Like if you really want to understand acceptance, think about the way that you approach an NPC. Because they're not going to change, right? And you just accept them for who they are. It's
as
beautiful.
good as an example as that is, that makes me feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, it was, I thought I was doing it for them, you know?
You are doing it for them. And that happens to be the wrong way.
like, bro, like he's saying the parents are NPCs, you know, like maybe he saying also like treating his parents like NPCs, but bro, like these are like if we are really real, like if we are being for real, these are human beings and not NPCs. You know, like they can change. It's a little bit harder for them to change. I know that for a fact because they even told me, like, we are old, you know, like it's not worth changing anymore. And I'm like, yes, it is worth changing. It doesn't matter how old you are, it is always worth changing. But I never felt like my parents are like NPCs, bro. Like I'm not even treating anybody as NPCs. The one, okay, maybe a few, like those NPCs on TikTok, you know, that repeating the stuff over and over and over again. But even they, I know, like they are also human beings for real, you know, but they like try to make money, and it doesn't matter how, sadly.
Do it.
Yeah, probably.
Because like the whole point is that like you should do things for them and they should do things for you. but your relationship with them is, the whole point is that like you should do things for them and they should do things for you. But your
Ah, we are back at should. What you should and should not, huh? First of all, they already did the most already. Like, it's already done. Like, she is an adult now, like a young adult. It's already done. Like, education and stuff like that, she is already doing it on her own. So, what you should, like, you shouldn't think, like, it's hard, bro. Like, the thing with should and should not shouldn't even really exist. Really. Like, you can just do the things. Like, not always asking yourself, like, "Ah, should I or should I not? Should I or should I not?" Like, 6, 7, like, it's you having too many options. But with you, like, I got that from Jiddu Krishnamurti, the choiceless awareness. Like, if you are that aware, there is no real choice. Like, you already know, like, what to do in this kind of situations, right? So it's not like you even think that, like, you don't even have to think then, like, should I do that or should I do that or should I not do that or what should I do? No, it's like, all right, you already know what to do. It's not getting simpler than that, probably.
relationship with them is one-sided, and like that's a problem. They should do things for you, but your relationship with them is one-sided, and like that's a problem. And I can
Is it? Is it one-sided?
assure you as a parent that like I want a two-sided relationship with my kids. Like that's what they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just think about how happy they're going to be when you share with them that you're unhappy and then you share with them that you're happy, right? And they want to help you get there.
Like, I know for, like, my mom would love to know. Like, she always asking, like, what is going on? Is something up and stuff like that. But I know that this is like fuel for her to do something or talk about it, and this is something I don't want. I don't like it, actually. So I'm just not talking, like, with my mom, uh as of, like, right now. Well, if I do, like, I do text here and there a little bit, but not that much. Like, it's not like I'm giving information, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. It feels like they want something, which think is, like, bad, because they use the information and they spread it. Like, they talk with my mom, for example, talking with her sisters about it, or um, other people, like family members, and I'm like, bro, like, is that, like, for gossip talk? Like, what do you need that for? Like, I uh, I always hated it, when people, like, just talk about me. Like, for what reason? Like, I'm not even, like, I don't consider myself, like, special at all, like, also, just because I had a few experience, like, I'm still, like, I'm one of the most uh, like, this sounds, like, egoistic a little bit, but I feel like I'm one of the most humble, because it's like, bro, many times I have broken down, and if you would have seen that, bro, you would be like, damn, damn, bro, like, this is crazy. And it's like humiliation, I think, um, for the ego, and then breaking completely down, and then you are humble again, like, it feels like, all right, I had like the roughest time of my life. I cried my eyes out, my balls eyeballs out. Um, but then it's like, all right, yeah, I understand now. I got it. You know,
And
That's true.
anyway, is there something like in terms of the tangled ball that we kind of didn't get to, or something that you feel like is left unaddressed?
Sure. Could I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I guess I'll check quick chat while we're waiting, or maybe I should go pee too. Okay.
I can poop now. Wow. She grabbed her phone. What is she doing?
No, I don't really like beer. I don't like drinking. I gotta eat something first. I really like beer. I don't like drinking. No, I don't really like beer. I don't like drinking. I gotta eat something first.
What is he drinking then?
What is Cal Niranjan? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get food. I like talking to Iman. She's cool. Boy, is she hard on herself.
Drink, drink, drink. What kind of beer is that?
Yeah, but I mean, not while I'm talking to her, right? That's like really disrespectful, guys. I don't, I don't mind. I'm gonna drink on stream, but like, it's not fair to her. Like, you think about it. Like, if you guys came on stream, like, would you want me to be lucid, or would you want me to be like, inebriated? Right. So it's not that I don't mind being festive, but you know, let's think about why we do this, right? So the stream isn't about. I know it's bizarre. It's not about entertainment, right? Like, so the one way, the thing that screws me is when I start thinking about anything except what the stream is actually for, and the stream is to help the person that we're talking to. Nothing more, nothing less.
That is the thing, bro. Like, your stream is at some degree entertainment also. My stream will be also like more on the entertainment side, but if it gets serious, like this is not entertainment at all, you know? Like if you want to see entertainment, then watch me when I play games or stuff like that, or watch me react to music or stuff like that. But if it comes to helping a person, because it's not more or less, because other people can reflect themselves through the person who's talking right now, like Pokimane, but even Dr. K, like when he's saying, like, I don't know, I pick like things up where I'm like, this is important. For example, like I picked up when he said, do I do I raise my kids wrong? Like he was really unsure about that, you know? Also, when he said he is waking up like 4 a.m. in the morning to give his kid 2.5 years old instant noodles, and I'm like it's very important that these little kids, babies, have the right nutrients and not just processed food, chemicals in that. Like this is dangerous. Like it feels like dangerous to me, like to give that to kids. You know, even me as a adult now, I even don't really like to eat instant noodles. But if it's only if that's only the one that's there, and anything nothing else is there, then I eat it because it's like, it's not about money all the time, but at least I need my vegetables, I put in the vegetables in there at least, so it's a little bit more nutritious. But either way, the things with which is in the powder is not that good, to be honest. It's not that good. No, it's not.
And anything else that happens in terms of donations and stuff, which is amazing and I'm grateful for, don't get me wrong, but like that's not why we do it, right? You guys should donate and support us because of what we do with the person that we're talking to. And also donate because you think it's entertaining, because we'll do that from time to time. But like,
And donate because you think it's entertaining. Because we do it from time to time now. Yeah. Hey, bro. Hey.
let's not forget what our primary dharma is to help the person there. Because when we help that person, like, think about it, right? Because it's AoE healing. So if I like, if I miscast a heal, like not only does it not help that person, but then it like doesn't help any of you guys. Like I don't know how anyone is helped by me being a drunken asshole on stream. Entertained, sure. That's something that we're willing to do, and sometimes it's important to laugh. But like, how many of you guys have relationships with your parents where you guys treat them like NPCs? And the second thing is where they treat you like an NPC. Right? We haven't even gotten there. But like the
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, man, I can sing you a song about it. You know, my parents treating me like an NPC, bro. Like, go work, do your 9 to 5, go study and stuff like that. Hell nah, bro. I'm doing now like anything, anything but a 9 to 5, and actually, like anything but a 9 to 5, to be honest with you. Um, but I see that. Do I treat them as NPCs? Maybe when I was younger, because I didn't know better. I actually was an NPC, like since until I was like 23 or something, until I got spiritual. Now, I wouldn't call myself an NPC, nah, but I was an NPC for sure, yeah.
other thing is like, I mean, I was just getting on a roll talking to myself, which I sometimes do. But the other thing, which is kind of tricky here, is that, you learn how to treat them like NPCs in a particular way, like because that's how they treated you. Because they didn't see Iman, they saw Pokey, engineering major. In a couple of years, it's going to be, I mean, I don't know what your relationship status is, but like it's going to go from no boys to like, why aren't you married yet? Like that's what happens. Like one day,
Flip a switch. So
yeah.
true. Yeah.
And you're 23, so you may be a bit young, but I give it 1 to 2 years. And if it hasn't started and you don't have a boyfriend, then they're going to,
And it's not like a boyfriend, it's like single now. Okay, marriage when? Child when?
yep.
Hey man, that is another thing. Uh, wait a second. What did I wanted to say? Not about me, I think. Oh yeah, with allow family members, and it doesn't matter who, like they don't even know how old I am, but let's say it doesn't really matter, but it's like one of the first thing they ask me always is like, do you already have a girlfriend? And then it's like, I have a daughter, because they want the German passport, man. They want to get out of the hood, which is understandable. But basically selling your daughter for it, getting out the mud, bro, like this is crazy. This is crazy, but I never was like, oh yeah, yeah. Let me see your daughter, like let me know your daughter. Let me date your daughter and stuff like that, because I don't wanna be like an a-hole and like date her, maybe. do some a little bit, and then at the end it's like, nah, I don't want to marry. I maybe I'm a little bit too honest nowadays because I always say the same, which is true. You know, it's like I don't wanna I don't want have I don't want to wait. I don't want a wife. I don't want children because in this kind of world right now that we are living, it's not that good to have, you know. And only if you are like financially free, still a little bit younger. Like for me, it's like a little bit already too old. I feel like 29, almost 30 is like, it could have been better if I did it at like 25 or something, but you can't decide it sometimes, but too old is not good. I feel like. So it's like your kid is then in your prime and you're about to die, bro. And you can't see the growth and stuff like that, you know, and enjoy like more time because you're too old. You got him or her too old, or your children. So like that's the bad thing, I would say, you know. And sometimes it takes a long time because, especially for Germans, they say first live your life, then have a career, have good money, then you can think about children. Before that, better not. And it's pretty good that they educate us like that because I mean, you can have children pretty young, but it's difficult nowadays. I know a few who were like in my same class, you know, school and stuff like that, same school, let's say it like that, and they had kids pretty early. They're not together anymore. She is a single mom. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Like too young, it's difficult. It can happen that y'all will be together forever and ever, but it's never like forever. And this is also the thing, like I feel like I will lose a piece of my freedom because then it's like having a wife or a baby mama, however you want to call it, and children, you know, and you are like a little bit tied to them because you know you wanted to create a family, so you better, you know, take care of your children and your wife. Like for me, it would be logical like that, but to each their own, bro. Like it's difficult, man.
Yeah.
See, that's an NPC. It's like when you go to the NPC and it's like you're
Boyfriend, it's like single now? Okay, marriage when? Child when?
yep.
Yeah.
See, that's an NPC. It's like when you go to the NPC and it's like you're like looking like you're like open the like the vendor menu and it's like where's the child? Where's the
Bro, like him saying that they are NPCs is crazy to me, bro. Really? Like they maybe they don't know that much better than us, but they tried. Like they are trying their best, you know what I mean? To do the best in their ability. So I would never see them as NPCs. Like my own parent, hell nah.
marriage? Like I'd like one of those, please. Like,
Hmm.
can you, that dialogue option is like not like they're like clicking the dialogue like when are you married? And then they like look at your response and your response is no, and they're like, no, no, I'm looking for the
And
yes
they're waiting
response.
for
Like
the response to.
Bro, it's like NPCs, like they are programmed. You know what I mean? But to be honest, a lot of people are programmed. You know, even y'all are programmed. Like those two are programmed. He is programmed to be a psychiatrist, doing streams and stuff like that, game, and also do like these talks, which are basically therapy sessions. The same goes for Pokimane, you know, like she is programmed now to do streams, you know, and like they are programmed a lot actually because he thinks he is Dr. K or whatever his name is, and she thinks she is Iman with these problems and stuff like that. They are programmed and they also programmed themselves, which is crazy because the system is making you basically a program that you should go through, but then also you program yourself further, you know, through the system, which is like social media. Like the system is so screwed up, bro. And if you don't see all of that, you are basically an NPC too. Like you asking, you asking, how do you feel that way? You know, on every single situation, asking that over and over again, I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, you could be also an NPC, Pokimane also, like, bro, to be honest, like, I feel like, I mean, yeah, you could also say my parents are like NPCs for, like, in, because they also are programmed. If it's like NPCs are programmed, you know, to say certain things, that's basically almost every human being, almost. Only those who are like basically can unlearn everything like what they learned, because what you learned is like the program you have to follow. Society, you know, like you don't, you know, like there is a normal in society, and if you're not normal, you're crazy. That is the thing also. Like if you don't follow these rules, you're crazy. If you say, "Oh, I don't want to work," you know, like I don't want to work a 9 to 5, you're crazy for that. They already a little bit more loosen up as NPCs, but there is still NPC behavior in both of them. You know, like even in me, probably there will be NPC behavior, but I'm telling you straight up, there is not that much anymore.
Transition.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to unlock the right, like, it's like you're trying to unlock a higher tier of response from an NPC. It's like, what do we have to do to get Iman to
Who do we
say
have to
yes?
introduce you to?
Exactly. It's like I have to go complete this quest. Find Moroccan lawyer. Check. Bring Moroccan lawyer to Iman. Check. Iman, we want you to come visit. You go home. There's some random dude there.
And just to say, he said, this is not about entertainment." Guess what? You are just entertaining right now, like a lot of times already.
He seems awkward. You seem awkward. And then at
Oh
the end
no
of
no
it,
no.
and at the end of it, quest failed. And
Yeah.
you go to the NPC and you're like, okay, well, are you married yet? And they're like, oh fuck, we failed the quest. So then you know what you do when you fail a quest, right? And WoW is you go and you pick it, you abandon it, and you pick it up again. So they're
Yep.
like, hey, Iman, you should come home for whatever. You come home.
Now
There's
it's not Moroccan lawyer, it's Moroccan doctor.
exactly. They're like, let's try
Did the
Moroccan
profession
doctor.
change much?
Yeah,
Come on, guys. Like, is this entertainment now? Like, what is going on,
and
bro?
they're gonna keep doing it because they're treating you like an NPC.
Man.
It's unfortunate, right? We treat people as caricatures. Anyway, I was just talking to Twitch chat.
It's okay. I go on long rants to Twitch chat as well.
Cool.
Or tangents, I guess.
So, Iman, help me understand a little bit about I'm kind of I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm happy to continue talking if you want to. I'm happy to kind of summarize, or if you have questions or things like that. Yeah.
I think there are. Yeah. I think there's some other things that maybe we could delve into a little bit.
Okay.
Namely, especially as of late, and I don't know exactly why as of late, but I feel like I feel very jaded. Um
Wait a second, bro. Like these these big words. No, I'm kidding. It's not that big of a word, but I forgot like what it is. I heard it so many times. Oh, wait. Hmm. Okay. Well, this jaded feeling, it comes from creating content, streaming almost every day, and well, basically like putting too much energy into streaming. And then you basically don't have any kind of energy left to do anything, you know? I think.
And I feel
Sorry.
like I what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, and I feel very jaded. Um, and I feel
Sorry.
like I what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, and I feel like I have a lot of pent up resentment in
Pent up
regards.
resentment. These big words, man. Like Jason's vocabulary, like I quite understand it. And that was good that Dr. K was like, okay, maybe his English is not that crazy because, I mean, 20, so he also didn't went too crazy with the language, but here, she is studying and he probably is like, okay, she probably know these big words. And I'm like, oh, hell nah. I don't know these big words, bro. I need to like resentment, I forgot about it. But like resentment, it's like let's try. Nah, resentment is okay, okay. I see. Okay,
To
to
like
what?
I don't want to say like streaming because streaming isn't what bothers me, but a lot of the things that have come of streaming.
Okay.
And I think it's resulted the jadedness in me feeling very defensive.
Okay.
I think it's resulted, but a lot of the things that have come of streaming.
Okay.
I don't
I
under
don't want to say like streaming because streaming isn't what bothers me, but a lot of the things that have come of streaming.
Okay.
that have come off stream,
And
off stream.
I think it's resulted the jadedness in me feeling very defensive.
Like
Okay.
like I need more details. I need a little bit more like examples. Like I don't understand really. Like, all right.
I didn't.
But I know we'll have to, unload that one step at a time.
Yeah, no. So defensive. Sometimes I can be a real asshole on stream. I didn't mean to like literally
That's
laugh in your
okay.
face when you said jaded because I just like I was like, what the fuck do you think
You're
we've
like,
been talking
yeah.
about?
Sorry,
Right?
when I said that, it was because I was referring to, I guess, another aspect of my life.
Yeah, no, I get it. But like, this is the thing, right? This is the background process. This is, you don't just whip yourself in one dimension. This is the shoulds. Because like when you live a life of shoulds, you're going to be resentful. Like, so this is the, okay. Okay.
It's so funny. At this point, it sounds like a disease. You have a really bad case of the shoulds.
It absolutely is a disease.
Do you have anything you could prescribe?
Yes, that's what I do. As I prescribe things for the case of the shoulds. I'm writing a couple of books, and one of them, like one of the chapters, is a case of the shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Mhm.
I call it like I talk about it like it's a disease because it fucking is. Okay,
Yeah.
so like first thing to understand is that so let's think about where jaded comes from. Okay, so anytime you have a case of the shoulds, you end up with one of two things: shame or resentment. If you if you give in to the shoulds and you accomplish what you should do, you end up with resentment. And if you don't accomplish what you should do, you end up with shame. Right? And you've got a healthy dose of both. Like you feel guilty for not doing it. And once the should is there, you're stuck with one of those. Like, I hate to break it to you, but that's why I think about it as disease, because that's the only thing that can happen. Because either you sacrifice of yourself and then you end up resenting,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, I should have a kid. That's going to lead to jaded,
Yeah.
right? All of the
Okay.
things that we're forced to do in life, or that we don't do of our own. Because see, a should
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you forced to do in life? Now, tell me, what are you forced to do in life? Like, I feel like we are not forced to do anything, but it feels like it. The only thing we have to do, basically, but not like forced, we have to do is die, you know? And yeah, yeah, I would say that's the only thing really, but forced, that's crazy.
is not a sacrifice.
Like, it feels like parents and stuff like forcing you to work, but it's like just a lot of pressure, but it's like y'all can't move me anymore. Like, nah.
Should and sacrifice are very different things. Sacrifice is a choice. Should is like a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And so the
Sacrifice is a choice. Should is like a pressure. What? Wait a minute. First of all, sacrifice is a choice. Like, it shouldn't be about choice. Like, it should be choiceless. If you have a choice, you are confused. Like, and should is like a pressure? No. It's like, look at it like this: should or should not. Should I do that or should I not do that? This is a 6, 7. It's a choice. It's a choice. So, what he means with sacrifice is a choice. Don't have any idea. But should, well, should is like a pressure. Well, it's like I should do that. Yeah, you could say it's a pressure, but if we saying should or should not, it's also a pressure, but it's still also a choice. You know, sacrifice is like to sacrifice. It's a choice. To should I do that? It's like a choice. I feel like.
second that and so I think the thing is, you're going to have more resentment. And when you say jaded, what I hear is resentment, because you gave of yourself something that you did not want to, and you like are frustrated about that. You were pushed into giving. I don't know how much of this applies. Could be completely
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I don't know. But so like when you said jaded, I was like, yeah, damn right. Right? Like it's not something new. It's that somewhere along there, I mean, so this is my hypothesis, is that somewhere in there, that jadedness, that resentment comes from doing things that you actually did not want to do. And you mentioned something about streaming, and I think this is a great example of like something that on the one hand you do want to do, something that you recognize as your dharma, something that you recognize as fun, and is something that you don't want to do in some ways, or that you don't want a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you force yourself to take that piece of it, maybe because you don't know how not to, or maybe because it's worth it. But there's a part of you that says, I don't want this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm stuck in that place.
Yeah. And so we can talk more because you want to do in some ways, or that you don't want a piece of it. You want to do something that you recognize as your dharma, something that you recognize as fun, and is something that you don't want to do in some ways, or that you don't want a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you force yourself to take that piece of it, maybe because you don't know how not to, or maybe because it's worth it. But there's a part of you that says, I don't want this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm stuck in that place.
Yeah. And so we can talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a part of you that says, I don't want this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm stuck in that place.
Yeah. And so we can talk.
Oh, you think? Well, to be honest, I didn't really follow along that good. To be honest, like too many words. Like I'm a little bit exhausted. I feel like maybe even. Um, It is 54 minutes already, so I think I would pause that and like give my mind, my brain a little break because, well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 hours. It's like 6 hours. I reacted today for 6 hours. Wait, plus one, plus this one, 7 hours. So it's like almost like work. Um, yeah. I will end it here. Tomorrow I will finish that. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. See you in the next video.